A lot of you have requested this. So here it is, the budget SAIKAI strat, using only 3 sacrificed House of Spider allies. Can you go even lower than this? No. Well, technically you could, but there's basically no point in running this strat if you don't have at least 3 other House of Spider IDs to sacrifice, since that's the threshold where Yoshu starts getting an extra slot. But you can add one more stack if you want for more damage due to this ego gift. Before we continue, if you have any more questions regarding his strat, feel free to ask them in the comment section, because I'm planning to make a Q&A for my next video. And yes, that includes facades. So, this is the team that I chose. You can use any combination of 3 allies you want, but only the Nurse Fighters and Sinclair provide a meaningful boost for now. For more information about the strat, you can check this video right here. But I'll still do a quick recap here in case you don't want to give me more views there. For the Graces, we are using the same tree as before, but you can omit Grace 4 if you want to get more Starlight. For the starting ego gifts, take the Poise gift and enable gift search. You can look for spiders entangled in red web. Now for the pathing. There are 2 main routes that you can choose from, plus another route that I'll talk about it later. I really don't recommend the last one because of the sheer amount of bullshittery it brings, but I will still show all of the routes anyway. So, there are 3 routes total, right? Here's the pack selection for them. For the first 2 floors, they are all the same, Flatbroke Gamblers and Hell's Chicken. As for floor 3, this is where the branch comes. Both of the good routes can do any of these packs, with the best one being to be cleaved. But there's a tiny little devil that told me to test KOD with only 2 slots, and it kinda works, but it is so jank that I don't even want to recommend it. As for floor 4, this is where the main split happens. For the first branch, the full normal route, pick from this set of packs here. Meanwhile, the second branch is a hard swap into line 2. If you pick KOD on floor 3, you can choose one of these 2 packs again. Then, on floor 5, if you're on line 2 route, these are the packs that you can choose from. Meanwhile, if you're on normal route, you can either pick this pack or swap into one of the hard route packs. It's kinda hard for me to explain purely through words, but hopefully this chart makes it easy to understand. As for the timings themselves, these are the results I got based on my own testing, and partially based on vibes after running it around 10 to 15 times. Yeah, I know that's not the biggest sample size, but I think it's still pretty conclusive, with the exception of the new engine making the run faster, but I think you would still get the point, right? And now, here's the footage section. To make this easier, this is how I will divide it so you don't have to watch the same thing over and over and over again. First, I will do the full normal run from floor 1 to 5. Then I will do the hard mode convert on floor 4 and 5. The last one will be the disgusting hatred or despair detour route. Well, let's go. This is the team that I will be doing it. And for the Graces, I'll choose 1, 3, and 4. And I will start with Poise, and remember to turn off gift search to search for spiderweb entangled in red. And yeah, that's the setup part. As for the floor part, as I said earlier, we will start with changing it to normal and flat broke gamblers. And remember to prioritize even nodes, so it will be faster. I think I got 2 in this run, so yeah, 2 on early one, but it doesn't really affect my run that much because yeah. As for this, since it's 4 House of Spider allies, I will only bring 4. And on turn 1, I will just evade with Ryoshu and like do this all the skill with the rest. I think it's kinda okay if you want to use the dodge skill tree, but like realistically, if you want to you can just drag it like the bottom row. You can just drag the bottom row, just like what I did. I think it's faster. Like if like speed running isn't really your concern, you should do that. If it's your concern, that yeah, prioritize evading like skill tree. The one thing I like about this thread is Ryo sliming other people after they use the skill, not before. So we can still kill other allies other people as well. So like like this, Sinclair is hitting other people. Then after that, then Ryo just starts sliming her, even if she's faster than Sinclair.
예정된 죽음이라지만 별을 잊지 못함이 속을
And yeah, on turn 3, you should prioritize skill 3 if you want, you can win rate if you want. I do win rate here. It is probably faster to just use skill 3 here, because yeah, it is 3 AoE, right? Instead of just like 1 AoE and you have to clash every single time. Which I think every single clash is like, I don't know, 2 seconds, 3 seconds lower. So yeah, definitely use skill 3 if you want to be the run to be faster. Also, I think I'm doing this all on one take, so I'm sorry if I stutter or whatnot. And then the second fight, I think it's gonna be the same. If you get triple event here, you will save like a minute or even more, I don't know, but yeah, it's around a minute of your time. Especially if you get 2 skill 3 here, it will be really good, but yeah, cannot count on them. But the skill 3 will just kill anyone. Skill 2 doesn't really affect that much, because we are only killing 3 out of spare allies, right? So it's not, the damage is not that great. Yeah, turn 2, since it's only like what, 2 allies, I just win rated to be a little bit faster. Oh, never mind, it's 3 actually, but yeah, it is still a little bit faster to win the raid because I don't have skill 3 anyways. And yeah, that's the second note. And on the shop, I think this is really important, right, to get on the shop, which is first to get like a single poise gift that I will link it later. And yeah, like I got Emerald Elytra here, which I will straight up like enhance it to max, and Stone Tomb as well, so I get credit even on my first hit. I did not get a Ryoshu skill 3 there. Should have refreshed it one more time just to be sure, but like, if you don't get a Ryoshu skill 3 there, your floor 2 will be longer, whichever road you take, right? It is very, I guess not very important, but it is quite important for you to have skill 3 there. More skill 3 means your run will be faster because you're killing 3 enemies at once instead of like just 1 at a time, like this one, right? I only can kill 2 instead of like 4 or even 6 if I have 3 skill 2. And yeah, on second turn I get my skill 3, so yeah, I will just kill 3 people right here. Wait, that's probably targeting issues, but yeah. Yes, you can see the skill 2 doesn't affect that much because we only kill 3 half of spider allies. And yeah, that's floor 1, it's around 5 minutes. You can get under 4 minutes if you're lucky, I think, but shouldn't bet on that. I think the fresh will be like 5 to 6 minutes, even 7 minutes if you're slow, depending on your loading time. Meanwhile, yeah, I'll pick Health Chicken for the second one. I chose the Focus Encounter node because it is faster. It is way faster than like normal regular encounter because it is 4 enemies instead of 6, right? I just got slightly unlucky here and did not get skill 3, but yeah, shouldn't affect that much. Still would be faster than doing the normal node, I mean. And yeah, that's done. But that's why skill 3 swap is really important on Ryoshu because of that. So you get more skill 3, and the more skill 3 you get, the faster it is, especially for normal route, right? Since you're not fighting bosses, especially roses, which a lot of which a lot of people have struggled before, and especially due to skill tree, right? So yeah, on normal road, I think it's fine to have as much skill tree as you have. Yep, do the same thing. You prioritize skill tree over anything else, since you kill a lot of people that way. And we did not have 2 skill trees, so this one will just normal humble skill 1. This is why 6 Heart of Spider sacrificed ID is better than 3, because you have 3 slots, right? So more chance of you getting skill 3, which could make the run 1 turn instead of 2 turns. But that doesn't really affect much, because yeah, this one is more budget friendly, I guess, more cheap, right? As always, I always pick Starlight because I love Starlight. On shop, what I will do is, yeah, I got that one for more damage, and I tried to search for Ryoshu skill tree, which I did not get, so I was just like, never mind then. I will just use fuse for Voice Tier 4, which I get, Play Mirror Commoder, which I want. Then I go refresh one more because I have the cost, and I did not get a single Ryoshu skill swap, so I will just deal with that later on. If you go KOD Detour Route, it's not really a problem, but if you're doing 4 normal, that will be a problem later on with speed. And yeah, since I did not have a single skill tree this turn, I will just use it all on Bongi to kill him first, because the small chicken doesn't really do any damage, only Bongi does. But Bongi doesn't die, so what I will do is to skill 3 on that chicken, so all of the chicken will get hit instead, and yeah, all the other skills are on Bongi. And yeah, that's like 830, 828 for floor 2, which is pretty slow, but it's fine. Contaminated Needle Thread is very good as well, and yeah, I did get 2 Hatred and Despair pack, but this is full normal, right? So I did get 3 actually, but yeah, I will spec Search for To Be Cleaved instead, which is the best pack for floor 3 if you are going to do full normal route, which I am doing it right now. And yeah, prioritize even node as always. As for this pack, right, I think normal node like that is way better than focus or even boss or whatnot, since it will be faster, cause this is 1 turn anyway, right? 1 wave anyway, 1 wave of 6 enemies. If it's on floor 4 or even floor 5, maybe mini bosses is faster, because you can kill the mini bosses in 1 turn. Meanwhile, like the waves node are like 2 or even maybe 3 turns, or even 4 sometimes, depending on how many skill tree that you get. But since we have 2 slots, that's what we have to do. Just wait for them to hit us. If you want to be faster, right, you could make this skill into like evade instead, so you don't waste time killing one enemy. But it doesn't really matter, does it? And yeah, we are doing the same for this fight as well. I am unlucky with getting skill tree, but it is what it is, right? Since I only have 1 skill tree instead of like 2 or even 3, so yeah, the run will definitely be slower and longer. But I think this is better. This is a better run, right? Because it shows like the average, your average run, which should be like this. I think this is fine, yeah, to show like how the average run would be, instead of me doing speed run thing, right, and like getting the best RNG I can get. This is more like way down to earth, I guess. And yeah, that's the fight. That's 2 turns. I think it's if it's 6 enemy, it's usually 2 turns. It's very rarely for you to get 3 turns, sorry. And I get a skill tree there. Search for anything else. Probably I go for slash, but realizing I don't have more skill tree. Since I'm going for full normal, right? I got Carmilla instead for like, I don't know. I think it should be still 1 skill tree away, right? All the enemies are 1 skill tree away, but like maybe it's good. As for this boss, this is guaranteed 2 turns. So yeah, just double win rate, or you could damage rate here actually instead of win rate, but I just use win rate here. Last button for me to press. Although it will be a little bit slower because I have to clash anyway, right? I think that's the floor 3 boss done with around 12-15. It's around 4 minutes, right? And yep, Starlight. As for reward, I always pick one with lowest HP if possible. Floor 4, I pick Addicting Lust. It's one of the least on the sheet as well. I got wealth. On my latest run, I get wealth, and I actually get the wealth. So I scrapped that run. That's why this is like, this video is a little bit longer because yeah, I got unlucky. But yeah, if you notice that I'm picking mini bosses here, and I got triple event in this floor, so it will be faster. I think with full normal, having like 1 or 2 triple event is pretty common. So yeah, this is not like unlikely at all. And yeah, as you can see, mini bosses are 1 turn, maybe sometimes 2 turn, but a lot of it should be 1 turnable. On shop, I don't really need anything else, right? But I think I'm considering to have slash tier 4 for more damage here. But I get skill swap to skill 3 instead, so like, yeah, you know what, whatever. I did struggle there, thinking should I have slash tier 4 or not? Because what slash tier 4 does at the end of the day is making the boss die faster. It's only for the bosses, it's not for the mobs wave. And it's not by much either, so yeah. You could skip slash tier 4 if you want, you could have them if you wanted as well. I don't think that's like you have to get them or not. I think it's like personal preference. I do like having slash tier 4, but yeah. Like if I have slash tier 4 here, this will still be 2 turns regardless. So yeah, it doesn't really change much. But yeah, 1440 for the floor 4. And for the last floor, I think I forgot what I picked here. But yeah, I should have picked that one, the one on the left, instead of because that one's generally so good. Oh, I think I picked search for Nelly if I recall correctly. Oh, never mind, I picked Slicer and Dicers instead. But I think Nelly is faster, but Nelly is quite tanky, so you might have to tank a few bits of hits. Also on floor 5, the reason why floor 5 normal is kinda bad because it is 2 waves, and some of the packs are longer. Instead of like 5 nodes, it is 6 nodes, so yeah, you can't have 4 fights here, which yeah, will take way longer. Also yeah, that's one of the perk of Carmilla there. The enemy is just staggered, so I don't have to clash. Meaning I'll save like 2 seconds per clash or so, which is pretty cool.
낮도 밤도 지워 숨이 타도록 베어냈군. 원망도 엿퍼지나. 반드시 팬다.
Yeah, the next fight should still be the same. Skill 3 if possible, skill 2 if not. I have to skill 3 here and the enemies are staggered so they will all die, which is the best thing you can get. Because you don't have to clash and all of them die in one turn, right? But because there is 12 enemies, or 10 I guess in this case, it is guaranteed 2 turns anyway. As long as you have skill 3, of course. If you don't have any skill 3 here, it's kinda doomed. It could be 3 turns, I'm guessing.
낮도 밤도 지워 숨이 타도록 베어냈군.
But yeah, that's the second fight done. And yeah, at this point, you don't really need anything on the shop, right? So you can skip the shop if you want. I kinda forgot what I did here.
별것도
Oh, I get another creation skill 3. And yeah, I get a rusty commemorative coin, I think, yeah, for why not? Just to make the boss killing easier. Because instead of 2 skills on turn 1, right, I get 3 instead. Which could be big. I get 2 skill 3 here, well 3 with the rusty coin, right? And I think I kill him right now, yeah. That rusty coin is the key difference between 1 turn and 2 turns. But yeah, the 2 turns will be easy anyway because he will be staggered and will not go to the portal, right? And yeah, there it is, 1820 for the normal route. Which I think is not bad considering it's only for 3 hearts of paralyzed, right? It is not that bad. The starlight will be negative, of course, because I double pack search twice. And yeah, now we move on to the hard pivot on floor 4, in which I go hard and I go line 2. And I have the timer on the top left there to show like how long is the pack compared to the normal floor 4 variants, which I think is pretty fast compared to it. And yeah, since this has 2 checks and only 1 fight nodes, I think it would be faster. And yeah, on the shop, there's a little something that you have to do, right? First of all, I sell this because of the KOD tag that I did. But if you have that, there's a very high chance you get staggered instead. Especially since I have bloody gadget there. You will see it later what I meant, but yeah. We just go to the fight. And I think it's just win rate at this point. We did get 1 skill 2 and 1 skill 3 here. I think skill 2 is better than skill 3. Especially if you only target 1 part with skill 3. And yeah, red roses is there. Red roses will stagger you if you manage to kill it. So that's why, yeah, if I use skill 2 here, right? Win rate and use skill 2 here, I will just have barely enough HP, as you can see there. Just barely enough HP so I don't get staggered and I kill the red roses, so I can just like full focus on the sign of roses instead without me dying. I think that's the only attack right now that we can think of, except for like maybe Forest of the Flame for the red roses, or like put 1 skill there. But if you put 1 skill there, this will be 3 turns. But yeah, that's the floor 4 with line 2. That's nearly under 2 minutes. And since it's hard, yeah, chose the one with least HP. There's a lot of multiple packs that you can choose, right? In floor 5, you can check it on the sheets if you want to, but yeah, I think I choose line 4 section 3 here because it is the faster one. I have the timer on top left there, but since I'm a dumbass, I did not press start, and I think I realized that way too late. So yeah, it will be there with 000 until the video ends, I'm pretty sure. My bad for it, but yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be that long, I guess, right? We could manually time it as well, but I won't. On here, yeah, I get one more reuse skill tree if possible, and yeah, just go with it.
반드시 팬다.
There's a slight trick that I got from doing this, right?
지금까지와
Also, I would not recommend if you don't have at least 3 skill tree in this stage, because if you don't get skill tree, this will be a little bit of problem here. What I did here is just to evade on the second one, yep,
그려낸데
evade there, so I will not get staggered. If I get staggered, it's game over for me.
배워냈군.
So yeah, will just evade all the other skills. But if I have skill 3, I will definitely use skill 3 over evade, because yeah, skill 3 will just kill all of them. And then since I have only one skill 3 as well, no, I have 2 skill 3, I will just use both of them and evade the rest. Which I misclick, so it's skill 2 instead of evade, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it?
숨이 닿도록 베어낼뿐. 이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
It will be a little bit slower, but like,
원망도
it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
낮도 밤도 지우. 숨이 닿도록 베어낼뿐.
And then the third turn will be the leftovers, which I will just use skill 2 there and try to not clash with the egos, especially if you're not dominating yet, just in case they win and you will waste time instead.
숨이 닿도록 베어낼뿐.
I don't know why it's, I don't remember why it's, I don't have the skills there, but yeah, probably targeting issues. But yeah, it's ship time, I will just win right there. I think it's mostly 2 turns. If you have a huge amount of like slash tier 4 and other ego gifts, you could 1 turn this, so like 2 turns is fine, I think. Like, there's not much difference. If you want to be fast, use 6 House of Spider allies instead of 3. So yeah, you're using this just for ease of use, especially if you're new, right? But yeah, if you have 6 House of Spider allies, might as well use that instead of this. And yeah, on turn 2, you just spin right as well. I think you don't really care which do you hit, because you hit both anyway, right, with your skill tree. Well, this is skill tree 2, but yeah. And that's it. That's floor 5. And that's floor 5. I think this run is way started positive because of how much I have. Like how much rest bonus that I have. As you can see here in a little bit, I'm pretty slow at this, but yeah. Okay, mistakenly press claim here, but yeah, 84 starlight positive there, which is very huge if you want to farm. And now it's time for the disgusting Hated and Despair Detour Route, which yeah, as you can see, the timer is still there because I remember this time after like 3 runs actually. I remembered to put that on, but yeah. As for this, I think the tech is really bullshit in my opinion, right? Because first of all, you have to have slash tier 4. Any slash tier 4 will do actually. But yeah, I did get pretty unlucky here if I'm fairly certain, and I got that sword instead. But it shouldn't really matter that much. But yeah, if you get the slash rock, it will be way better. So what you want to do first turn, right, since you have 2 slots, is to edge the KOD a little bit. So I use evade and force for the flames. You could use both evades, I'm pretty sure, but like force or for the flames are for fragility and to edge that stagger bar a little bit. And if you're lucky here, you could even get what you call crit and gain 15 offense level up, which is very huge if you want. So that's why I use force for the flames here in case I get crit, but I did not get crit. But it is fine. At the end of the day, it is fine, I think. Well, in my case, it is fine. I've tested this for several times already. I got 2 skill 2 and 1 skill 1, which is not really ideal, if I have to say, but it works. I get unlucky as well with the tails rolling there, but yeah, it is barely enough there as you can see, but it is way faster than normal for 3